Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, let me summarize first what we have studied so far. Bakauzara, help me. What have we studied so far? Yes. We talked in general about state space modeling. So general concept I gave you. We've also been comparing the state space models with the transfer function model. We have also learned how to derive state space models. Physical systems. इसमें हमने अभी तक खाली सर्किट्स लिए हैं. इसमें हमने कुछ न्यूमेरिकल एग्जांपल्स भी किए हैं. Plus, we have talked about the general terminology. हमने बहुत सी नई टर्म्स सीखी. हमने स्टेट देखा क्या होता है सिस्टम का, स्टेट वेरिएबल देखा क्या होता है. स्टेट वेक्टर, state space, and state trajectory. So what else have we learned? इसके अलावा हमने देखा conversion of state models into transfer function model. इसमें हमने अच्छी खासी चीजें एक्सप्लोर की. Like we talked about the relation between poles and eigenvalues. Can anybody repeat that relation for me? What's the relation between poles of a triangle, poles of a transfer function, and eigenvalues of a matrix, eigenvalues of a system? Yes.
If no
Can you hear
zero,
me?
if no pole zero cancellation, then poles equals to eigenvalues.
Poles are same as eigenvalues, and if there are pole zero cancellations, so in general, what is the relation? Set of
Subset होता है सब.
Set of poles of a transfer function is a subset of the set of eigenvalue of matrix A. तो जनरल में मैंने थोड़ा सा आपको आइडिया दे दिया था स्टेबिलिटी का, because so far you have learned that for assessing the system for its stability, you must know the location of poles. So now you have another way also of assessing the stability of the system. You can obtain the eigenvalues of the matrix, isn't it? Eigenvalues of matrix A, if you obtain, you can tell me about whether the system is stable or not. For the time being, let's assume that there are no pole zero cancellations, because in case there are pole zero cancellations, the situation becomes a bit complicated. We'll get back to that in our future classes. Is that clear? This is what we have learned so far, and you have been given one tutorial also. I have been told. Tutorial 1 आपको दे दिया गया है for submission on Monday. So have you started doing that?
Yes.
Have you started doing the tutorial?
Yes.
Now let me take another topic. Similarity transformation. You have a state space model, x dot equal to ax plus bu, y equal to cx plus d. The dimensions of all these matrices, I have already discussed those things in detail with you. The initial conditions are given. There is x of t naught, which for linear time invariant systems can be conveniently taken as x naught, and it's defined like xd. Now, if you remember, I made a general statement last time that state space models
So I'll repeat these 2 points we have already discussed with you. So we are discussing a topic similarity transformations. So in general, I have told you that state space model of an LTI system, any particular LTI system, you can have many state space models defining a system. Actually the statement is like this: there can be infinite state space models describing a particular dynamical system. इसका मैंने क्या reason दिया था आपको? Yes. हमने 2 डायमेंशनल स्टेट स्पेस लिया था सिस्टम को, जो एक्सप्लेन डिफाइन कर रहा था, जिसमें स्टेट्स वेरिएबल्स इसकी कोऑर्डिनेट एक्सिस डिफाइन कर रहे थे, x1 और x2, एंड एनी पर्टिकुलर स्टेट वेक्टर was defined as a point in this state space. Now I told you that for describing this space, you can take another set of vectors also. For the same space को describe करने के लिए, वो कलर कैसे आता है इसमें? Same state को explain करने के लिए, I can take another set of state vectors like this. This is Z1 and Z2. In fact, there can be infinite ways of representing this particular state space by taking a different set of coordinate axes. The only requirement is कि अगर ये 2-dimensional state space है, if it is a 2-dimensional state space, तो किसी भी वेक्टर को यूनिकली रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए कितनी डायरेक्शंस, कितनी इंडिपेंडेंट डायरेक्शंस मुझे दिखानी चाहिए? What is the requirement? How many independent directions I must have in order to represent any particular vector uniquely in this state space? For a 2-dimensional state space, you require 2 independent directions, isn't it? Means जैसे मैंने ये एक सेट लिया वेक्टर्स का, I could have even taken another set of vectors like this. I can even take another set of vectors like, only requirement is that ये मैं दूसरा set of vectors भी ले सकता हूँ. It can be something like let's say P1 and P2. So what is the is there any limit on the on how many sets of directions I can take in order to represent a particular vector uniquely in this state space? There's no limit. I can have infinite directions, infinite ways of representing. So with those infinite ways of representing, I can get infinite state space models defining a system. Is that clear to you? Yes. So we can have infinite ways of describing the state space model of a dynamical system. So let's take an example. Let's say you have a state space model like this. You have got x1, x2 is equal to, let's say 1, 1, 0, 1. x1, x2 plus, let's say 1, 1 and u. ये आपको किसी सिस्टम का स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल दिया गया है. I want to express it in a different way by a different set of vectors. So I will choose something like this. See, I'll put z1 equal to, let's say, x1 plus x2, and z2 is equal to x1 minus x2. I choose a different set of state variables. This is a different set of state variables I am choosing. The only requirement is that I should get two independent directions for representing a two-dimensional state space. This is the original set of state variables, this x1 and x2. I am choosing another set of state variables, which is a linear combination of these state variables, like z1 is equal to x1 plus x2 and z2 is equal to x1 minus x2. I can choose any combination with the only requirement that whatever different state variables I get after taking a linear combination of the original state variables, they should represent independent directions. So this expression can actually be written like this. I can write it as z1, z2 is equal to this is 1, 1 and 1 minus 1, x1 and x2. So I have chosen a different set of state variables, z1, z2, which is actually related to the original state variables through this matrix. I call this matrix as P. And if I represent this vector as z and this vector as x, so I use an expression z is equal to px, where x is the original set of state variables whose dimension is 2 cross 1. Z is the new set of state variables whose dimension is also 2 cross 1. And P is a square matrix whose size is 2 cross 2. This P matrix actually represents the way I am converting this x into z. Now my original state space model is like this: x dot equal to ax plus bu, where this is your x dot, this is your a, this is x, this is b, and this is u, isn't it? So now I substitute it here. Z is equal to px. I use this substitution here. So I have got z is equal to px, which actually implies, because p is a constant matrix, actually implies z dot is equal to px dot. Because p is a constant matrix, I substitute this thing here. I have to get this z dot from x dot. So I can, if I take inverse on both sides, what will I get? I get x dot equal to P inverse of z dot. I substitute it here. So what do I get? Instead of x dot, I write down P inverse of z dot is equal to A. Instead of x, I write down Pz plus, instead of B, x is Pz? No. P inverse z.
Inverse.
P inverse z, yes. This is P inverse z. Plus we have got Bu. Or I can write z dot equal to PAP inverse z plus PBU. Are you following me? Now what is this PAP inverse? What is the size of this matrix? What is the size of P? Size of P is n cross n, or 2 cross 2 here. A is also 2 cross 2. P inverse will also be 2 cross 2. So this complete matrix is 2 cross 2 matrix. So I can represent it. And what about this PB? Size of P is 2 cross 2 and size of B is 2 cross 1. So this product is actually 2 cross 1. So I can write this as Z dot equal to this PAP inverse. I represent it as A dash, then here's Z, plus PB, I represent it as B dash with U, B dash U, where A dash is equal to PAP inverse and B dash is equal to PB. Do you get me? So for the given state space model x dot equal to ax plus bu, I have got an alternative representation in terms of a new set of state variables z, where z is related to x by x is equal to pz, or z is equal to px as I have shown here. Same way, you have output equation also. Output equation का general format क्या होता है? Y is equal to cx plus du. So same substitution I make here also. So y is equal to c, x is equal to p inverse of z plus du. Or I can write y is equal to, the size of c in this case will be what? Size of c will be 1 cross 2, is it? What will be the size of c? This will be 2 cross 2. So this Cp inverse I will write as C dash Z plus you have got du. D remains same. D doesn't change. So I have got output equation also in terms of new set of state variables Z. That means my state space model, which was originally like this, x dot equal to ax plus bu, y equal to cx plus du. I have defined a transformation. I defined a new set of state variables z is equal to px, and with this transformation I have got a new set of new state space model for the system z dot equal to a dash z plus b dash u, and y is equal to c dash z plus du, where a dash is equal to PAP inverse, B dash is equal to PB, and C dash is equal to CP inverse. And even if I call it D dash remains equal to D. The only thing that I have to take care in order to get this alternative representation is that the new set of state variables should represent independent directions as the original set of state variables. And the condition for that is that this P matrix, which I have defined here, it should be an invertible matrix, because you will be able to get this A dash, C dash and other things only when you are able to invert P. और P की inversion के लिए क्या requirement है कि ये full rank matrix होना चाहिए. Are you getting me? Yes. The only requirement for getting a new set of set of state variables for a system is that the matrix P, which relates this new set with the original set of state variables must be an invertible matrix. Are you getting me? जैसे मान लो मैं कुछ ऐसा लेता, had I taken, let's say I take this relation between Z1 and Z2 like this. If I take Z1, Z2 equal to 1, 1, and let's say 2, 2, X1, X2. What I'll get Z1 equal to, no, not like this. Let's say I will take like this. मान लो मैं कुछ ऐसा ले रहा हूं. So I take Z1 equal to X1 plus X2 and Z2 also equal to X1 plus X2. Will it do? जैसे मान लो 2-dimensional state space है, ये X1 है, ये X2 है. मैं Z1 direction define कर रहा हूं X1 plus X2. That means adding these two. So I get a direction like this. This is Z1. And Z2 also I am taking X1 plus X2. That means along the same direction. Z2 be along the same direction. Can a single vector define a 2-dimensional space? Can a single coordinate define a 2-dimensional space?
No, sir.
No. So the condition for this P matrix is that it should be an invertible matrix. So if you want to get a different state space model defining a particular system, you must define a transformation Z is equal to Px. तो अगर मेरे पास एक original state space model है in general, x dot equal to ax plus bu, y equal to cx plus du, it's an n-dimensional space. That means x belongs to Rn. Okay. So I define a transformation z equal to px, where p is a n cross p is an n cross n invertible matrix. x का साइज तो n क्रॉस 1 है, तो z का साइज भी n क्रॉस 1 आएगा. और ये invertible लेने से I am making sure that the different set of state variables that I am getting, they are independent. They represent independent directions. Once I define this transformation, I get a different state space model for a system that is z dot equal to a dash z plus b dash u, and y is equal to c dash z plus d dash u. Where the relation I have already discussed. What is a dash? How is a dash related to a? How is b dash related to b? How is c dash related to c? And how is d dash related to d? Is that clear? So this is another set of another state space model defining this system only. Now tell me, how many ways? In how many ways can you define an n cross n invertible matrix? आपको एक n cross n invertible matrix define करना है. आप कितने तरीकों से उसको define कर सकते हो?
One way, sir. डिटरमिनेंट उसका 0 नहीं होना चाहिए.
मैं सही है, वही डिटरमिनेंट 0 नहीं होना चाहिए. तो मान लो मेरे पास एक 2 cross 2 इन्वर्टिबल मैट्रिक्स कुछ ऐसा है, 1 2 3 and 4. It's an invertible matrix.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. आप मुझे इतने कितने सेट्स बना के दे सकते हो इन्वर्टिबल मैट्रिसेस के? कितने इन्वर्टिबल मैट्रिसेस आप 2 cross 2 डिफाइन कर सकते हो? उसका कोई लिमिट है क्या?
Infinite, sir.
Infinite. So there can be infinite ways of defining this P. So since there are infinite ways of defining P, there can be infinite ways of getting another state space model representation for a system. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This transformation is known as similarity transformation. This is known as similarity transformation. तो similarity transformation के थ्रू हम करते क्या है, हम alternative states variable representation किसी भी सिस्टम के ऑब्टेन कर सकते हैं. खाली एक चीज आपको याद रखनी है, मे बी दिस ओरिजिनल सिस्टम जैसे हमने अभी तक स्टेट मॉडल्स लिए, उसमें x वाला जो स्टेट वेक्टर था उसकी कोई फिजिकल सिग्निफिकेंस थी. जैसे मान लिया आप सर्किट ले रहे थे, आरएलसी सर्किट लिया था आपने, ठीक है ना, तो उसमें हमने स्टेट वेरिएबल ये एक लिया था x1 और दूसरा ये वोल्टेज ली थी, isn't it? So you knew the physical significance of the state variables, but when you carry out the similarity transformation, you get a new set of state variables z1 and z2, which is mathematically related to x1 and x2, but they may not be having, you may not be knowing the physical significance of these variables. They are simple mathematical variables. That's what I was telling you last time, that state variables need not be physical variables. They can be simple mathematical variables. क्योंकि अब हम प्योर मैथमेटिकल डोमेन में आ गए हैं. पहले हमने स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल में भी फिजिक्स से ऑब्टेन किया हो, लेकिन बाद में जब सिमिलैरिटी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस करते हैं, मे बी वी अराइव एट अ सेट ऑफ स्टेट वेरिएबल्स whose physical significance is difficult to establish. Now why do we do this actually? हम ऐसा करते क्यों हैं? Why do we want to do this similarity transformation? Basically, some matrices have got special properties. Can you name some special matrices? आपने matrices पढ़ी हैं? Yes.
Symmetric, non.
कुछ matrices special होती हैं. कुछ मैट्रिसेस आप मुझे ऐसे बता सकते हो जो स्पेशल मैट्रिसेस होती है? एक ही बता दो.
Diagonal matrix.
Diagonal matrix, very good. What is the speciality about a diagonal matrix?
So diagonal matrix के diagonal वाले term non-zero.
Only diagonal entries are non-zero. इसमें खाली ये डायगोनल वाली जो एंट्रीज होती हैं ये नॉन जीरो होती हैं, बाकी सारी एंट्रीज जीरो होती हैं, है ना? These are non-zero entries. ये सारी डायगोनल वाली एंट्रीज नॉन जीरो है. तो इसका क्या फायदा है मैथमेटिकली? अगर आपको किसी डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स के आइगन वैल्यूज ऑब्टेन करने हो, how do you do that?
So the diagonal elements are the eigenvalues.
Diagonal elements are the eigenvalues. अगर आपको डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स निकालना हो, yes,
नहीं निकलेगा सर.
नहीं निकलेगा इनवर्स. डायगोनल मैट्रिक्स का इनवर्स नहीं आएगा क्या? Inverse of the diagonal matrix is the diagonal entries you have to invert. For example, you have a matrix like this: 1, 2, 3. There is 0 here, like this. आपको इसका inverse निकालना है. Simply you have to invert the diagonal entries.
3, 2, 1.
Invert the diagonal entries. That means 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. Okay. Anything else about a diagonal matrix? आपने प्रोग्रामिंग पढ़ी है. प्रोग्रामिंग में आपने एरेज पढ़े थे क्या? Yes.
Yes.
Do you know something about a sparse matrix? What is a sparse matrix? Sparse matrix is one whose maximum entries are 0. Like this diagonal matrix is a sparse matrix. जैसे मान लीजिए आपके पास एक 10 क्रॉस 10 diagonal matrix है. इसमें टोटल एलिमेंट्स कितने होंगे इस मैट्रिक्स में?
100.
100. उसमें नॉन जीरो कितने होंगे?
10.
Only 10.
10. और जीरो वाली एंट्रीज कितनी होंगी? 90, है ना? So that means 90% entries are zero, only 10% entries are non-zero. Such matrices are known as sparse matrices. When you do programming, you are telling that you have learned arrays. Arrays को जब यूज करते हैं पहले array का साइज डिफाइन करना पड़ता है ना. आप जब arrays यूज करते हो आपके प्रोग्राम में आपको उसका साइज डिफाइन करना पड़ता है. जैसे मान लीजिए मेरे पास एक 10x10 मैट्रिक्स मेरे को सेव करना है तो मुझे 100 एंट्रीज के लिए जगह रखनी पड़ेगी प्रोग्रामिंग में. बट इफ यू डिफाइन योर मैट्रिक्स टू बी अ स्पार्स मैट्रिक्स, इफ इट इज अ स्पार्स मैट्रिक्स, in that particular case, by defining it as a sparse matrix, you have to have the space only for non-zero entries, because rest of the entries it will automatically take as zero. So handling such matrices in programming is also easy. I am just talking about some special matrices. Diagonal matrix के बहुत सारे advantages हैं. Particularly control systems के respect में, programming के respect में, there are many advantages of diagonal matrices. So similarly, there are other matrices also which are considered to be special matrices, or we call them by a proper term as canonical matrices. The term canonical means special matrices. तो अगर मुझे कोई स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल दिया गया है x डॉट इक्वल टू ax प्लस bu, y इक्वल टू cx प्लस du, for a, b, c, and d in general may have some structure. I usually want to define a similarity transformation z is equal to px in such a way, such that the new state space model that I get, a dash z plus b dash u, y is equal to c dash z plus d dash u, in that particularly this matrix A has a special structure. Similarity transformation मैं आपको ये समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. पहले हमने देखा कि similarity transformation होता क्या है. Now I want to convey to you why do we want to carry out the similarity transformation. We want to carry out the similarity transformation so that the new state space representation of the system has got special matrices. Like if I want this matrix A to be a diagonal matrix, so I want to define a similarity transformation in such a way that this A dash becomes a diagonal matrix, so that every other analysis about the system becomes a bit easy. So this is why we go for this similarity transformation, so that we get what we know as canonical representations for system. I'll come back to this canonical representation. We'll discuss some canonical representations. One canonical representation, as you have told, can be wherein this matrix A dash is diagonal, because that diagonal representation has got many advantages. There can be another representations also which are considered to be special. Is that clear? Clear so far? Now, properties of this, or some theorems about similarity transformation. The eigenvalues of a system are invariant under any similarity transformation. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि अगर आपको एक स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल दिया गया है x डॉट इक्वल टू ax प्लस bu, y इज इक्वल टू cx प्लस du, और आपने सिमिलरिटी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन डिफाइन की z इक्वल टू px, where p is an invertible matrix, you get an alternative representation z dot equal to A dash Z plus B dash U. Y is equal to C dash Z plus D dash U. What will be the eigenvalues of this system? This corresponding to this state space model. The eigenvalues will be the roots of. इसकी जो eigenvalues होंगे, they'll be the roots of polynomial equation determinant of lambda I minus a equal to 0. Isn't it? So its solutions will be eigenvalues. Now corresponding to this state space model, what will be its eigenvalues? इसकी जो eigenvalues होंगे, there will be roots of determinant of lambda I minus a dash equal to 0. Now this what the property that I have stated that says that the eigenvalues remain invariant under any similarity transformation. That means the eigenvalues of this matrix A will be the same as eigenvalues of matrix A dash. Let's prove this. So how do we prove this? So we take this determinant of lambda I minus A dash. We start with this. That's equal to determinant of lambda I minus. How is A dash related to A? Yes. How is A dash related to A? A dash is related to A as
PA P inverse.
PA P inverse. Very good. So PA P inverse. That's equal to determinant of lambda. Now I can write as P inverse. Can I write it like this? Then minus P A P inverse. So yeah. So this I can write as lambda is a scalar. I can take it here. I can take it anywhere. So I can write this as P. Then lambda I minus A into P inverse. Can I write it like this? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now product of the determinant of matrices, that is equal to the product of determinants. So I can write it as determinant of P, determinant of lambda I minus A, and determinant of P inverse. I'm using a basic property of determinants, that is determinant of ABC is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B into determinant of C. Okay. So that's equal to, now determinant is a scalar. I can, because scalar product is commutative, I can just write it like this: determinant of lambda I minus A, determinant of P, determinant of P inverse. So yeah, which I can write as determinant of lambda I minus A, then determinant of, I can put them in a single determinant, that is P inverse. That is determinant of lambda I minus A. What is P inverse equal to? That is I, identity matrix. And what is the determinant of identity matrix equal to?
1.
1.
The determinant of identity matrix, size of this identity matrix is n cross n. So this is equal to 1. So which implies that determinant of, I started with determinant of lambda I minus A dash, and I ended up with determinant of lambda I minus A. So determinant of lambda I minus A dash is equal to determinant of lambda I minus A. That proves that the roots of the equation lambda I minus A and lambda I minus A dash, they will be same. That means the eigenvalues are invariant under any similarity transformation. Do you get me? In fact, this is the reason why we call it similarity transformation. That means these are similar models. Eigenvalues do not change. Since eigenvalues do not change, so that means whatever stability information you had in the original state space model, that will be preserved. Because stability, as I told you last time also, is a system property. Do you get me? Now property number 2. transfer function of a system is invariant under any similarity transformation. That means if you have a state space model, x dot equal to x plus bu, y is equal to cx plus du, and we define a similarity transformation z equal to px, you end up with a different state space model, that is z dot equal to a dash z plus b dash u, y is equal to c dash z plus d dash u. If you obtain, I have already discussed how do we obtain transfer function for a state space model. If you obtain its transfer function, and I call it as GXS, means GS corresponding to the state space model where the state variables are defined as X. Transfer function for this representation, wherein the state variable has been represented by Z. So I get a transfer function, let's say GZX. So this property says that GXS is equal to GZS. That means the transfer function doesn't change under any similarity transformation. Because I have told you that the transfer function of a system is unique. That's what we are actually going to prove. Now this thing, if you want to prove, how do we prove it? So इसका हम proof देख लें. So we start with G. This is S. यहाँ पे S है ये. आप लोगों ने क्यों नहीं किया आइडेंटिफाई ये?
और सर जेड वहां पे लिखा GXZ.
हाँ, तो बोला क्यों नहीं आपने?
सॉरी सर.
So GXS is equal to GZS. So I start with GZS. What is the expression for that? Expression for that is C. What is the expression for transfer function? C dash Si minus A inverse of B dash plus D dash. Isn't it? ये एक्सप्रेशन हमने ऑब्टेन की थी ना ट्रांसफर फंक्शन की. ट्रांसफर फंक्शन GS that's equal to C Si minus A inverse of B plus D. ये हमने लास्ट टाइम प्रूव किया ना.
यस सर.
अब मैं Z वाले इसका ऑब्टेन कर रहा हूं, that is GZS is equal to C dash Si minus A inverse of B dash plus D. Or I can write GZS is equal to, what is C dash equal to in terms of C? That is equal to C P inverse. Isn't it? Then I have Si minus, what is A equal to? P
Sir?
inverse. Yes.
सर Z वाले इक्वेशन में ऊपर A डैश आना चाहिए.
हाँ, A dash. A dash. This is A dash. So this is PA P inverse. है ना? Then there is one inverse here also. And what is B dash equal to? B dash is PB plus D dash is D. So yeah. Or I can write GZS is equal to, this is C P inverse. Instead of this, so this is S here. Instead of I write down P inverse. Can I do that?
यस सर.
Just excuse me for a while. I'm sorry for the interruption. So this I is equal to P inverse. I can write it like this. So minus P inverse whole inverse. Then you have got PB plus D. सही लिखा मैंने? और GZS is equal to, this is C P inverse. Now here I write down here P, this S first, and P, or S, I'll write like this, P SI minus A, P inverse, then there is whole inverse, then PB plus D. Yes, sir? Are you following the steps? Are you following the steps? Just give me one response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is GZS is equal to C P inverse. ये product of matrices का inverse है. What is the relation for that?
सर इन उल्टा हो जाता है सर, पहले
Okay.
P इनवर्स वाला टर्म आ जाए.
Very nice. So this is P inverse inverse, SI minus A inverse, and P inverse. ठीक है? Then this is PB plus D. So this is GZS is equal to C P inverse. P inverse ka inverse, that's P. Then you have got SI minus A inverse. Then P inverse P, B plus D. Now this P inverse P, this is your I, identity matrix. P inverse P, this is I, identity matrix. So I can write GZS is equal to C SI minus A inverse B plus D. Isn't it? Which is actually equal to your GXS. वही हमने प्रूव करना था ना? So which implies GZS is equal to GXS. That means the transfer function is invariant under any similarity transformation. Is that clear?
यस सर.
इसका मतलब है कि अगर आपके पास एक स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल है x डॉट इक्वल टू ax प्लस bu, y इज इक्वल टू cx प्लस du, और आपने सिमिलैरिटी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन डिफाइन की z इज इक्वल टू px, and you end up with z dot equal to a dash z plus b dash u, y is equal to c dash z plus d dash u. मैंने आपको ऑलरेडी कहा है कि इस p को डिफाइन करने के इनफाइनाइट तरीके हैं. दैट मींस एक ही सिस्टम के आपको इनफाइनाइट स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल्स मिल सकते हैं, बट इफ यू डिराइव द ट्रांसफर फंक्शंस कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग टू दोस इनफाइनाइट स्टेट स्पेस मॉडल्स, दे विल बी सेम. इज दैट क्लियर? This goes on to prove that transfer function is unique. Whereas we can have infinite state space models for a dynamical system. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any query in this? Any question in this? बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं ये. पूरा फाउंडेशन कंट्रोल का इसी पे बेस्ड है, जो स्टेट स्पेस मॉडलिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट है. दिस इज बेस्ड ऑन दिस. So you should be pretty much clear about these things. So any query if you have, you can ask me. I'll be stopping here. Yes.
सर अगर लीनियर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन करेंगे तभी तक के लिए वैलिड होगा ना सर? अगर हम प्रोडक्ट वाला करेंगे तो नहीं हो पाएगा ना? पहले वाला हम प्रॉपर्टी
प्रोडक्ट वाले की बात ही नहीं ना हम कर रहे हैं, हम लीनियर सिस्टम्स की बात कर रहे हैं.
यस सर.
We are talking only about all this theory is valid only for linear systems. It's not valid for non-linear systems. Is that clear?
यस.
क्योंकि जो चीजें हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं ये सब कुछ वैलिड लीनियर सिस्टम्स के लिए है. नॉन मैट्रिसेस तो बेसिकली है ही लीनियर ऑपरेटर. मैट्रिक्स जो हम कहते हैं is a linear operator. So we are discussing linear operations only. We are not discussing non-linear operations. Product की तो बात ही नहीं ना हो रही है यहाँ पे. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So in the next lecture, we'll take this discussion a bit further. We'll talk about canonical state variable representations. हम discuss करेंगे at least 3 canonical state variable representations we'll be discussing in the class. I'll stop this time. If you have any queries, still we have got 2-3 minutes. You can ask me. Yes. और कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो है लेट ज्वाइन करते हैं. We have already have the provision. इसमें है हमारे पास टाइम देखने का कि कब किसने ज्वाइन किया. So attendance भी accordingly हम मार्क कर रहे हैं. Plus all of you should join through your roll numbers. Is that clear? Change your names, login names आपके जो हैं वो आप अपना roll number रख लो. चाहे enrollment या roll number whatever. And so that we can keep a proper track of the attendance. So next time से कि कोई भी अपने नाम से या किसी और नाम से ज्वाइन नहीं करेगा, आप अपने रोल नंबर से ही ज्वाइन करोगे. Is that clear? आपकी नेक्स्ट क्लास किन की है?
सर हमारे इनरोल के सर हमारे नेम के आगे एनरोलमेंट लिखा है वो ठीक है कि पूरा ही चेंज करना पड़ेगा?
एनरोलमेंट भी चलेगा. एनरोलमेंट यूनिक है ना, एनरोलमेंट भी चल जाएगा.
ये सर 46 तक ओनली नंबर लिखा है लास्ट डिजिट.
यस.
हमारे नेम के पहले इनरोलमेंट लिखा है या तो लास्ट में लिखा हुआ है हर एक स्टूडेंट के?
हर एक में लिखा है. फिर ठीक है, दैट्स ओके, देन इट्स ओके. बट एनीबॉडी हु जॉइंस आफ्टर 9:05 लेट्स से, जैसे 5 मिनट के बाद जिसने ज्वाइन किया उसका वेबसाइट मार्क करेंगे. किसी भी क्लास में whoever joins after 5 minutes will not prevent him from joining. He can join, but he'll be marked absent for the class. Okay?
यस सर.
मंडे को सभी स्टूडेंट्स ट्यूटोरियल सबमिट करेंगे. नेक्स्ट वीक से हम आपकी लैब भी एंगेज करेंगे. तो लैब के लिए, क्लास के लिए तो चल गया वैसे. आई थिंक इट्स ओके दिस सिस्टम, द वे वी आर एंगेजिंग द क्लासेस. इट्स सेटिस्फैक्टरी आई थिंक, एटलीस्ट फॉर मी एज अ टीचर इट्स सेटिस्फैक्टरी. व्हाट अबाउट यू? इज इट ओके फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू? Yes. Are you satisfied with the way the class is engaged?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो लैब के लिए मैं एटलीस्ट चाहूंगा कि आप में से कुछ स्टूडेंट्स वॉलंटियर करके, जो लोकल स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो आ जाएं. ट्यूसडे कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जैसे 2-3 स्टूडेंट्स ही अगर हो तो उसमें एक्सपेरिमेंट करना हमारे लिए इजी हो जाएगा और उसी चीज को हम रिकॉर्ड भी करके और लाइव भी स्ट्रीम कर सकते हैं. तो नेक्स्ट वीक से हम लैब एंगेज करेंगे. तो पर्टिकुलरली जो श्रीनगर से स्टूडेंट्स हैं, some of them if they volunteer we can have a better engagement of lab class.